all think of USB as this, perfect universal connector. It's on everything.
Mhm.
But if you've ever tried setting up, say, a security camera on one side of a big room and your computer's on the other, you hit a wall, a very real physical
A
wall.
remeter wall, yeah.
Exactly. The USB spec just kind of gives up after about 16 feet. So today we're doing a deep dive into a workaround for that.
A very specific piece of hardware.
Right. It's the NTI USB2-C5-4LC. It's a USB extender that claims it can take that 16-foot leash and stretch it all the way to 165 feet.
And the way it does it is pretty clever. It's not just a better cable. It's more like a translation device.
And that's our mission today. How does this thing seem to break the laws of USB distance? And, is this little $132 box actually worth it?
Good question.
So let's start with the core of it. I'm assuming I can't just go online and buy a 165-foot USB cable because the signal would, just fizzle out?
It would be completely dead. Exactly.
Yeah.
USB signals degrade incredibly quickly over copper. You get timing problems. The signal gets weaker and weaker. Basically, your data just gets lost.
Okay.
So what NTI does is it converts that fragile USB signal into something much more robust.
Which is?
Ethernet.
You mean like a standard network cable, the kind I'd plug into my router?
The very same.
Yeah.
Standard CT5, 5E, 6, you name it. The kit has two parts. There's a local unit that plugs right into your computer.
Okay.
And a remote unit that sits all the way across the room up to 165 feet away. You just run a normal network cable between them.
That's a huge deal because most offices and even a lot of modern homes, they already have Ethernet wiring in the walls.
Precisely. You're using infrastructure that's probably already there to basically tunnel a USB connection through it.
Okay, so I've run the cable, I've bridged the gap. What am I looking at on the other end? Is it just a single USB port?
No, and that's one of the key features. The remote unit is actually a 4-port hub. Yeah, it has 4 standard USB Type-A connectors. So you could set up a whole remote workstation in a warehouse or something, keyboard, mouse, webcam, even a printer, all at once.
And what about speed? Are we dropping down to like 1990s dial-up speeds to make this distance work?
Not at all. You're getting full USB 2.0 support that's up to 480 megabits per second. It handles high-speed, full-speed, and low-speed devices, all of it.
Wow. So it's fine for most peripherals. The source material even mentions some specific stuff like touchscreen monitors.
Right, like the HP Compact L21-5T meter. For things like that, scanners, keyboards, any kind of interface device, it's totally transparent. Your computer has no idea the extender even exists.
No drivers or anything.
Zero. It's plug and play.
Okay, let's talk about the catch. With hardware like this, there is always a catch. I'm looking at the specs, and there's a big warning about hubs.
Ah, yes. The no-hub rule. This is critical.
What's the deal?
Because of how the signal timing has to work, you absolutely cannot plug the local unit, the one at your computer, into another USB hub. It has to go directly into a port on the computer itself.
And on the remote end, can I plug another hub into one of its 4 ports?
Same restriction. You get the 4 ports on that remote unit, and that's it. You can't daisy chain another hub to get, say, 7 or 8 ports.
That makes sense. I guess you're already pushing the protocol to its limit, right? Another hop would just break it.
It would probably crash the whole thing, yeah.
What about power? I can't imagine my PC is pushing 5 volts all the way down 165 feet of Ethernet cable.
Physics wins again on that one.
Yeah.
The local unit just sips power from the PC, that's fine. But the remote unit, that needs its own juice. It comes with a standard AC adapter for the wall.
So, okay, looking at the price, it's $132. For a lot of us, that might feel a little steep for what seems like a cable extender.
It does. If you think of it like a $10 cable from Amazon, sure, but you have to reframe it. It's not a cable, it's an infrastructure solution. Meaning, if you need a control panel 50 meters away from the server that runs it, what's your alternative? Move the whole server, knock down a wall. Compared to that, $132 is nothing.
You're paying for the freedom to change your floor plan, not just for the connection itself.
Exactly. And it's incredibly compatible. It supports Windows, Mac, SUN. It even works with older stuff like Windows XP and 7.
Oh.
For some industrial settings that are still running older, stable machines, that's a lifesaver.
It's a good point. We so often let our cables decide our layouts. We put the desk here because the outlet is there.
We do. We just accept these invisible limitations all the time. This kind of hardware just says, no, put your desk wherever you want. We'll get the data there.
It's definitely something to think about the next time you're staring at that printer that's just 6 inches too far away. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive.